Swing and a drive, left field, get up, ball, get out of here, and gone.
Welcome back to the Flight Deck podcast. I don't actually know how we want to start this. I haven't really looked. The team is the team. It's gonna be the team for the rest of the year until the deadline.
Until 2 weeks.
It wasn't a bad week of baseball, if we're being honest.
Yeah. Boys, the team could be different tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah.
We already got a guy on waivers.
Sure. The Kevin Kiermaier news is super strange to me because, like, I don't think you're getting value for him realistically. Like, he's been shit.
Is someone willing to take his money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone does take him, they have to pay $4 million of the 10 that's left. So
okay, well,
$4 million for a defensive specialist.
Yeah,
on your playoff run
it's not that bad if he's going to be your fourth or fifth outfielder. But like, who fucking cares if you're the Jays at this point? Just put him on waivers and see if someone wants to take him.
If you're the Dodgers, why wouldn't you just take a shot?
Yeah,
give up nothing. Your outfield isn't producing anyways. Get the best defensive center fielder in baseball, and
or what
he turns around.
What's left of him? Yeah, I don't know. The revocable thing is weird.
I didn't know that was still a thing. But
I mean, neither.
We discussed this earlier, but for anyone that doesn't know, it's basically the way that trades used to work prior to the removal of the non-waiver trade deadline. You have to pass somebody through revocable waivers in order to be able to trade them. So it was very common back then to see like your whole team on waivers if you weren't playoff contention. But I didn't know it was still a thing since then.
Why isn't everybody that goes through waivers on revocable waivers?
Don't know.
Like, I feel like Tim Meza, when they put Tim Meza through, I guess they DFA him, or can you not? I don't understand the difference.
Well, clearly,
could you not have just
clearly you're not DFAing him because he's still going to be playing. So
why couldn't Meza go through revocable waivers?
Because they didn't want him.
Yeah,
or it was probably.
Well, it doesn't seem like they really want Kiermaier either, though.
One of the two people on this podcast with two hands could Google it.
Yeah, they could.
I think Meza is.
I feel like Googling this doesn't help us.
I think Meza is just the same situation as Cav, is that he has enough time to where he just said, no, I'm not taking an option.
And Kiermaier doesn't?
No, but what I'm saying is, though, I think if they lose Kevin Kiermaier, they're fine, but they're not like being like, he's such a hindrance to this team, we can't use him right now. Like,
I guess. I mean, I guess you can kind of still play Kiermaier, especially if I didn't watch the game for the most part today. Is there any update on Dalton Varsho?
They said he was available to come in off the bench.
No update on Bo either.
Bo was
Bo has a weird strain in his calf.
It's a
I heard that
calf fascia strain, whatever that means. He's considered day to day, but they're probably going to bring somebody to Arizona with them just in case, aka Addison Barger. Because let's be honest with it.
Yeah. I mean, what's his name? Leo looked good,
dude. I'm hyping the Leo. Leo Jimenez starting shortstop. Rings some good bells.
When we trade Bo in 2 weeks, sure.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm still trying to figure this out on what the fuck revocable waivers is and how you can be on that and how you can't be on that. And it's not very easy. I'm just gonna give up on it.
I'm looking at an article from 2018 and I have no idea.
No, me neither. I don't really. People get paid a lot more than us to figure this shit out, and maybe one day we'll learn. Today, I don't think is going to be that day.
Oh, so the only thing is revocable waivers means a team has the option to bring a player back if another team claims him.
Yeah, but what type of?
But how do you?
What players are eligible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, can we put Vlad on revocable waivers? Could we have put Tim Meza on revocable waivers? Does he have to play for you if he's on revocable waivers?
Okay, let's see. These are some players who may not go on revocable waivers. Guys who are not on the 40-man, guys on the IL.
Yeah, I already read that one.
Okay, all right.
So we're not
It says
getting an
dudes
answer.
for all of those too, not guys.
Dudes, it says dudes. I'm
good.
just like,
Good.
I've got off that.
I don't know. So
okay.
information podcast here is
Same
not
thing.
going to help
Hold
you
up.
out.
How did in the same article? Hold up. How did a player like Justin Verlander clear waivers? Who wouldn't want to claim him? And then it says if a team claims a player, it claims the contract too, as opposed to if you just flat out wait.
Is this the Milwaukee Journal thing?
No.
Yeah,
If the Yankees waive Stanton tomorrow, you still have to take a salary.
The Yankees still have to take a salary. What the fuck? Then what the? All
If
right.
you claim him, you still have to take a salary.
MLB.
If he clears and you release him, then you're on
Then
the
you're
hook for
paying
salary.
So like this is so dumb.
I'm 99% sure of that.
I don't know. I'm lost. I don't understand this, but I understand the move. I'm not arguing that. I'm just super
and
confused as to how this works.
It's also funny because Kevin Kiermaier didn't know until after the game.
Yeah, I did want to talk about that. That seems kind of odd that you do it mid-game or like as the game's starting.
It probably leaked mid-game. It could have happened this morning.
It leaked like,
but if you did it this morning,
the first inning, like,
why didn't you tell him? Like that's kind of weird, no? Like sending this guy out there and being like, well, maybe he won't find out while he's out there. He had a good game
too. He had a couple hits. Like,
made a nice catch.
He made a nice catch too. Like,
it just seems odd, the whole way they handled that. It's weird, but who fucking cares at this point? Kevin Kiermaier's on a 1-year deal. He's not going to be back next year anyways. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just eat the money and see if you can get anything for him.
Yeah.
Take a lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, eat the money, you get something better, obviously, out of it.
Anything, literally anything. I don't know. This was a good week for Blue Jays baseball, if we're being honest.
Yeah, they won 2 series.
They should have swept this one. In all honesty, they could have swept the first one if they would have just showed up with any runs in that first game. But
other than a Kevin Kiermaier bomb,
yeah. Outside of take that game out, whatever, we couldn't put together runs. The rest of the games, like the offense was there.
Pitching was there for the most part.
The pitching was there except for one game. Yusei Kikuchi had the best start of his life 2 weeks before the trade deadline.
Yep. And then
our pitching kept us in every game.
Yeah.
Our bullpen was not good.
Can we just before we even get into I know where Brent wants to go, can we just shout out Yorio Rodriguez?
Sure.
He threw well.
He's doing it.
Which game was he? He was the last game of the.
He was the second game of the Mariners.
Second game of the Mariners series. Yeah. No, he's been fantastic, which is fantastic because he's one of the only guys that's under contract that's under the age of 30.
He's given up 3 hits in his last 2 starts. And he's going
that's
12 and 2/3 or 13 innings.
Fantastic.
Did he go 7 this one or like 6 and 2/3?
He went 6 this one. He went 6 and 2/3 against Houston. The one before that. So
this is tough right now because everything is. I don't mind this team right now outside of the bullpen. I kind of like the way the offense is going. The starting rotation looks good. Yeah, you got something?
I mind this team's record.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So currently today, if I don't take what happened before this date and what we're currently just sitting at with the team, I don't like the offenses look good. The starting rotations look good. Nate Pearson's look surprisingly good. Henny's look great.
Spenny's bouncing balls in McCovey Cove.
Exactly. Yeah. Like there's a lot of things going well, and then it's just all ruined by this fucking bullpen that just can't figure it out. And there's just zero depth. Like Chad Green was down yesterday, obviously. And you go to Trevor Richards.
Who would you have gone to instead?
Nobody. That's my point.
Because
there's no other option.
It was Nate, and then
that's
Brandon
it.
Little.
Henny would have been the only other option.
Did you guys see? I think it was just a picture of it. Like 2 pitches before the wild pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a 1-2 count.
Richards absolutely
threw a strike, dotted it,
and Jano just
got called the ball.
Yeah,
because Jano didn't he didn't even try to catch it. He just went, catch it, and then
yeah. I don't know. I just
I think the clip you're talking about, Nate, that's even before they had anybody on. Like it was bases empty, 2 outs.
Might have been.
I think it was bases empty, 2 outs, and then everything happened after that.
so
Like-
I wanted to talk about Trevor Richards a little bit. I didn't look up enough beforehand to actually break anything down, but I just started looking it up now. Trevor Richards, not a high leverage guy. Um, not that his numbers are like atrocious in high
He's
leverage,
what, like a
but
3.5 or 3.6?
he has thrown what's that?
You know how many saves he has in
37.
his career?
What's that?
Do you know how many
One.
saves he has in his career?
One, and it
Yeah.
was a 3 inning save on a 15-1 game or something like that. So he's thrown 37 2/3 this year. I don't know if this is counting yesterday, but 30 of those have been in low leverage. 14 1/3 have been in medium, and 3 1/3 have been in high leverage.
Okay. Well, I think a lot of that is just to do with the fact that
You just said 37 innings.
yeah,
Sorry,
you did.
47. My bad. My
Okay.
math is terrible. Sorry, guys.
Math makes more sense.
Again,
My bad.
I almost just can point this out. Like Nate said earlier, look at the
Mm.
record.
There's just not a lot of high leverage innings, I guess.
Not a lot of high leverage innings.
I
and
would
he
have to
wasn't
go
getting
and
them.
compare like other people, maybe. Like I would love to see what Tim Mesa was doing at this point.
I'd like to see his innings last year or his numbers last year because I bet they're better.
Richards or Mesa?
Richards.
I think
Richards' numbers this season are fantastic.
Yeah, he's like
So-
mid to high twos. Like
I
But-
have a question for you guys.
Yeah,
He's a free agent at the end of the year.
yes,
I'm trading him. Yeah, if
Yeah.
there's value there,
Do
I'm
you?
trading him. See ya.
dude.
See,
If I gotta see a bullpen of just like
I-
no names
yes,
for 2 months, I'm fine.
yes, I understand that, but I
Mhm.
think he brings such unique value that we've been able to maximize. Just
so
the long-
capitalize on it.
No, but I think he brings more value to us than other teams because of how
Mhm.
injured our starting rotation has been. And his ability to just slide in there seamlessly and throw like 4 innings and then still pitch in relief.
Okay, so
in
what's
between.
what's your thought process on him then? Let him play out the year and then.
If you think you have a good inkling that
Mhm.
you could sign him,
Mhm.
otherwise trade him. If he can
Yeah.
bring you assets. But I would like to see Trevor Richards back next year, is more what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
I think brings a lot of value to this team.
Okay.
And he brings that different look, which we don't really have.
Sure. I don't like Trevor Richards. I don't think I've made that a secret.
you haven't liked
Um,
Trevor Richards in the entire history of this podcast.
No, there's never been a day where I've been a big fan of Trevor Richards.
like ever.
And he's 31 years old. And where's his birthday? Is he going to be 32 at the end of the year? No. So he's going to be 31 at the end of the year, 32 to start next year. I don't know how much you're giving Trevor Richards. And I think if you're currently looking at Trevor Richards with his, what does he have? Like a sub 2 ERA or
It's
sub
like a
3 ERA?
Yeah, it's sub 3. It's like 2.7, I think.
If
And
he's
you can
bringing
get,
you back value, yes.
yeah, that's what I mean. I think you throw that bait out there and see if anyone wants it.
I think he goes before like Hennessis and
Yeah.
maybe Chad Green, even
No.
depending on
Mhm.
If-
Yes, sorry, yes. I
like
have Green ahead of him. But I think more teams will take Green.
Mhm.
Throws
Mhm.
harder. He's been a closer. He's been a high leverage guy.
Yeah, there's track record there
consistently
too.
throughout his career. Like, I was listening to Foul Territory and they had, I forget who the Yankees guy they had on
Mhm.
was, and he's like, oh yeah, if the Blue Jays make Green available, the Yankees should definitely be in on him. Like,
Well,
it's
fuck,
2
they went and
weeks
got
out,
Tim
and there's
Mesa.
already
Like,
somebody saying
right.
they want him. I think that just shows the amount of value he brings.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you posted a 3.5 right now, I
Mhm.
think he'd still get more in
And
return
he's-
than Richards.
After today, he's at like what, a 1.8 maybe.
is
After
it?
he gave up a
I
home
haven't
run.
looked.
Let me like.
Did he give up a homer today?
Yeah, he gave up like a home. It was literally a 2-strike home run.
Oh, okay.
Like, solo shot. So
Yeah, I think.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, he's a
quickly
188.
Oh, that includes today?
Yeah, that includes today. He's a
That's
188.
nuts. Yeah. So in Trevor Richards' high leverage, very small sample size. I don't want to take anything away from this, but he's given up 4 runs in those 3 1/3. He's got an opponent's average of 308, a on base percentage of 471.
Does
In-
that show his inherited runners given up too? Like, is that what the runs are, or is it just his runs?
Sorry, I did earned runs was 4. His given up
Okay.
5 runs.
Yeah, but that's still. I'm
Yeah.
talking. There's probably no way to track it. I don't know if anyone does, but inherited runners given up.
Yeah, no.
I think there is a stat, but I don't think you're able.
There
to
might be.
is,
I
but
don't know how to
but I don't
find
think
it.
you're able to get
offhand.
as specific as like high leverage.
Yeah.
Sure.
But his low. So
that's what I was saying, because if he's coming into high leverage, there's probably guys on base and shit going on as well.
yeah, but those runs don't go on his like they're not his earned runs, right?
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
I'd be curious to see if
how
he's
many it's
given
in.
up more that aren't his.
Sure. His low leverage numbers absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
With the 30 innings, he's only given up 5 earned runs. He's got an opponent's batting average of 142 and an on base percentage of 216. Guys are slugging 255 in low leverage against him. It's just I don't trust him in high leverage, but I don't want other teams to know that. Is that possible? Can we do that?
Talk about it on a podcast. Nobody's gonna listen. Anyways.
I don't think anyone listens to us that matters, so I think we're fine.
This is true.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm moving him if the option's there, even if it's like a mid-level prospect.
Also, Zach Pop came into today's game and I saw his stats. Like, his batting average against the splits were like 243 and 252 or something. So that's
Mhm.
an opponent's batting average probably under 250,
It's fine.
and he's rocking a 5.6.
Yeah.
Because he walks.
He's got the same issue as Richards, but worse. Like when he's missing bats, it's great, but then when they connect, it's going a long way.
Toronto was 97 with like 12 inches of break,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a 6.3 K per nine.
The issue
That's
I've been watching a lot of Blair and Barker recently because I've been bored. What they've noticed is it's not a sinker. His shit, it doesn't go down. It just
It's like a two
moves.
seam.
It just goes straight two seam horizontally.
Yeah.
And if you get that much horizontal movement on a ball that's not sinking, it kind of seems very
Easy to let that ride.
Easy to let that ride, and that's why he's been trying to throw the cutter more. But like,
Does he have a cutter?
he has a cutter.
Cutter also just goes straight sideways.
Yeah. So you're getting no vertical depth, basically.
You're getting no
is what you're
vertical
telling
depth.
me.
Like,
I don't know.
So-
I think there might be something there with Pop. I don't like him
we said this last year.
currently. I think we've said this every year.
Because it's weird that this is like Zach Pop's
Third
first
run?
the third season with the Jays.
2.5, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't trust Zach Pop, but
Amazing Jordan Groshans deal.
Yeah, that honestly
the one for Bass was good that first
popcorn,
little run.
popcorn and popcorn.
I would have taken the flyer on. Well, Pop's been more valuable than Groshans.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They both we got more value out of both of them than we were ever going to get out of Grosjean, which you take that. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say about this team anymore. We can keep saying that week by week. It is what it is.
We're not
They're
gonna
playing
have
better baseball.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing
That's
much
the
better
biggest thing.
baseball.
Mhm.
Like it just
there's
sucks
some-
that it took this long.
Fun stuff over the San Fran series. Obviously, the Yusei 13 Ks. I know I touched on it a little bit, but that was massive.
Ended by the
The-
Trevor Richards.
Yeah,
Ness.
it is what it is. The fact that he made it into the eighth
Eighth inning. He went 7 and
Yeah.
2,
7 and a third. Yeah, he gave up a homer in that inning.
Yeah.
The fact that he made it that deep, that's massive on the value. The fact that he had 13 Ks, massive on the value. It's great. I've accepted that we're gonna trade Yusei Kikuchi at this point. And if he's doing that 2 weeks before the trade deadline and fixing the issues that were the last 3 weeks, that's massive.
For sure.
The other cool thing I saw, I put it in here. I'm gonna see if I can find it. So the Ernie Clement bomb off of
Which one? The first one he hit or the second one?
the one off of Logan Webb.
Cheat.
So this is nuts. Logan Webb on changeups. Shout out Chris Black for this, by the way.
Chris Black
Tweeted this out
stat
again.
of the year.
Logan Webb on changeups thrown down and out of the zone in his MLB career. He has 1,177 thrown. He's given up 21 hits, 1 extra base hit, no homers, an 094 average, an 098 slug, -9 average launch angle, and 1 barrel before that homer. And Ernie Clement was the first guy to hit a home run on that pitch. 1,178 total, and Ernie Clement.
And it wasn't just down and out. It was at Ernie's like feet.
Yeah.
It's like the
Like-
same as Davis at the
Yep.
start of the year off Hater.
Yeah.
Okay, but-
It just makes no sense, but yep.
I gotta jump to this just because we're talking about crazy. I didn't see that one, but that's
Nuts.
nuts. Talking about crazy home runs though, did you see the Devers home run? I think it was off Cole.
I don't think
Brother
I,
in
did. I heard about it,
The
but I don't
pitch
think I
was
saw it.
At least 6 inches up and out,
Mhm.
if not 8 inches.
Oh, and he
down.
pulled it, right?
And he pulled it.
And he pulled it like 430 feet
That's nuts.
to right.
Cole's
Yeah.
cooked.
Shout out Devers.
Cole's cooked.
Cole. I love it.
So cooked. The Yankees are cooked, bro. They are
Love
6-16 in their last.
They have a
22
worse
or
record than
something like
us in
Yeah.
the last like 23, which is
Yeah, but
hilarious.
what's it overall?
that. Way better than us, but that's okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
There's lots of games left.
Yeah, Nate. Still got half a season.
If we pass the Yankees this year, I don't know. I got nothing, but that would be absolutely hilarious if we can manage to find a way to do that. Was there anything else in this San Fran series that needed to be looked at? Not really, right?
Back to the Mariners one quick.
Mhm.
That Varsho catch
which
in
one?
game one.
That
Yeah.
was about to say there was a couple he made.
Insane.
The one against the wall was nuts. The diving one where he kind of kicked up the whole grass and turn two was whatever, but running into the wall like as it hit his
Football.
glove,
Football is the best way to describe that.
nuts, man, just
Like,
monster. And it's a shame that he's probably hurt because of all that, but
oh,
whatever.
he
Somebody-
demolished his body.
I forget
Yeah.
who said it. It might have been Blair and Barker, or it was on the game broadcast. They were talking about Varsho and whether they're going to move him to center field. And then one of them said, "Well, he doesn't look like a center fielder. Like they said, he looks like a fullback at a small college,
Literally.
but he's probably the best defensive center fielder in baseball."
It's
Oh,
nuts.
easily.
It makes no sense.
Nope.
But I'm
He's
taking it
not like,
any day of the week.
There's a
He's-
reason he was a catcher.
yeah, he's not excessively fast.
He's built like a small
He
catcher.
doesn't have a great arm, but everything he does is
He reads
incredible.
it so goddamn well off the
He does
bat,
everything in the outfield better than anyone else in baseball.
He
other than
is
maybe his partner in
the-
crime to the left.
absolute peak definition, I think, of maximizing all of your potential.
Mhm.
Like he seems like this is what he is. Like I'm hoping there's a bit more average, but you know what I mean? Like just like finding that absolute ceiling and going there every single
Mhm.
play you can. Like
Mhm.
every read's perfect. Every time he dives, he's catching the ball basically. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring up Kiermaier, Connor, because Kiermaier's kind of like at this point in his career, he's relying so much on his legs to carry him. Like he doesn't get the best jumps on balls,
No,
and his
but
routes
he-
are kind of interesting, but like
and he'll jump for no reason on some
yeah,
pitches.
like he's kind of really relying on God-given ability at this point. But like
Which fair
Varsho
enough.
realistically doesn't have a ton of God-given ability. His is just like grit,
Hey,
determination,
hey,
and
we're
hard
gonna
work
put
that's
respect
just-
on the name of Gary Varsho, okay?
well,
he's a pitcher, wasn't he?
Fucking no. The only thing I know about
Pretty
Gary
sure he was a
Varsho,
pitcher.
all I know
I
about
have
Gary
no idea.
Varsho is Dalton was born exactly 9
9
months,
months.
one day after Gary Varsho's last MLB game.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I
like-
can imagine when that happened. Gary Varsho. Wait, there's two. This one. No, he
He's
was
an
in
American baseball coach.
did you say there was two Gary
His-
Varshos?
Connor, can you guess what his first position is?
The way you're laughing makes it sound like it's not an actual position. Is it a bat boy?
That is correct.
It's
No,
like a-
it is blank and outfielder. So I'll give you that. So he's a hitter.
He's an
This is-
outfielder as a secondary position.
blank and outfielder.
Yeah.
Manager?
No, it's a
No, it's
position,
something you
like,
can do in a
it's
ball
something
game.
you could do
Something you can-
offensively.
pinch hitter.
He's a
Yep.
pinch hitter.
Shot.
That's hilarious.
Being a career pinch hitter is nasty work. Like,
Imagine you just go 4 every day that you start. You hop in there out cold off the bench and hit like 600.
Oh, he had to have pinch hit enough times in his career without playing to have been called a pinch hitter, right? Like this has to be.
that had to be his thing.
Where's defense on this? I can't even get to
Don't
defense.
say pinch hitter.
It's legitimately pinch hitter. Oh,
Let me pull up his career splits. Hold up. Let me.
he played 227 games in the outfield. Does that make sense? How many did he play over his career?
Okay, I got it. As a start, he played 571 games in his career.
Yeah.
As a starter, 130.
But he only played, what did you say, 572?
70,
He
71.
only played a position in 227 of them.
What? What league was he in?
He was
The
I think
NL.
he was the NL, so
The
he did
NL.
not DH.
No,
at all.
never DH.
no.
He played a position in less than half of his career games.
Yeah, so he's a pinch hitter.
That's incredible.
He has only 2 less
So-
home runs as a sub that he does as a starter.
Dalton Varsho has more home runs this year than Gary Varsho had for his career.
Yep.
But
man.
you know what I will say?
Yeah.
He taught his son to be that dog.
Yeah.
He was that dog.
He was-
Wait. I have the splits by defensive position.
Okay.
He played 3 games at first base,
Nice.
68 in left,
Okay.
5 in center, 107 in right, and 352 as a pinch hitter.
That's fantastic. Shout out Gary Varsho. I will not put
pinch
respect
hitter.
on his name.
That was so bad he wasn't even allowed to play the field.
That's the literal opposite of his son.
He has a career 651 OPS as a pinch hitter.
Literal opposite.
That's actually
of his son.
probably pretty good across the board.
Like,
His kid is such a great outfielder that you don't mind that he's not the greatest hitter. This guy was such a bad outfielder that they'd rather him just come off the bench and never play the
also,
field.
it gets even funnier because I'm just going to go through the OPSs by batting order, and I'm going to skip one because one is clearly an outlier.
Okay.
Batting first, 632. Batting second, 542. Batting third, 754. Batting fifth, 625. Batting sixth, 640. Batting seventh, 435. Batting eighth, 636. Batting ninth, 673. Batting in the cleanup, he is a career 1.053.
Hey, let that man clean your team up. He's the guy with his 10 homers. How many of his homers came out of the cleanup spot? Does it say? Just one? One of his 10, and that's got him a 1 dot?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Wow.
he probably played like 5 games there.
28.
Yeah,
It was 28. He has 28 plate appearances and 2 starts.
Never mind.
Like 26 games. I didn't realize we were gonna do a career retrospective on Gary.
I did not expect to break down Gary Varsho today. I also have never done that before, and I'm blown away at the Gary Varsho stuff. So yeah, to summarize, we shall not put respect on Gary Varsho because he clearly did not give his son the God-given talent.
That dog.
He gave him the dog, though.
Gave him that dog though.
What else? What the hell were we talking about? I got distracted.
We can. Another thing that I did want to bring up. Garrett Cole, fuck you.
Oh, okay. Didn't we just
Oh
do
yeah,
that?
honestly.
Oh, with the homer?
Because no, not even the homer.
The pimp job that he was pissed off about?
No.
Oh.
Because you
Then
notice
what?
Vlad ever since he got hit in the hand,
Oh, yeah, that too.
he is a completely different hitter.
He hasn't
Like,
homered since.
He's also
It
been
hasn't
like
been that long.
he also been flinging the bat like a lot more, which means like, dude, you have
He's-
like minimal grip.
He's still tender, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Garrett Cole's also a giant baby. Who
Mhm.
hit that homer that he was pissed off
Devers.
about? Was it Devers?
Pretty sure.
and Daniel Vogelbach in spring training.
Just
Didn't,
the whiniest prick.
didn't
I'm so glad he sucks. now.
Verdugo hit one and take like 4 minutes to round the bases, and then he's pissed about Devers.
Yeah, because
Grow up, be better.
Yeah.
because Dominican.
Yeah. I don't know. Nate Pearson hasn't given up on run in his last four appearances. Just want to put that out there.
That's we're getting small victories out of that.
When did he bring in that 2-seam? Was that 4 appearances ago?
I might have been, honestly.
Was it Houston?
It was definitely
I
at
think
home,
so.
so I think it was Houston.
So he hasn't given up a run since he introduced that 2-seamer. Maybe we found something.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyone else that Tim Mesa is gone officially.
Longest
Officially.
tenured Blue Jay.
Yep, and now the longest tenure is Danny Jansen,
Who will be
Think so.
gone in 2
who
weeks.
will be gone in 2 weeks.
Fantastic. So after Danny's gone, who's next?
Honestly,
Is it
honest-
George?
It might
Jordan
be
or
Vlad.
Oh, Vlad.
Jordan or
Never
Vlad.
mind.
Like,
Jordan came up in 2020, right?
I think Jordan. Yeah, I think Vlad was 19.
Or it was late 19 for Jordan, and
I
then
think
he
he
was
was
the
19.
closer for 20.
No, I don't think Jordan was a closer in 20. Jordan didn't
He
really
became
become
the closer in 20.
He's closed a couple times, but he didn't get like the official closer stamp until like 21.
No, yeah, but
Because
at the end
Rafael
of
Dolis was getting saves in 2020.
yeah, but I think near the Jordan was so good that near the end they put him in as the closer. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, but still, even like
He had 2
It's-
saves in 20,
It's
so I'm wrong.
probably Vlad.
it is Vlad because he came up to the first of the 3 of the kids in 19.
Yeah,
That's not true.
no, it is
He
true.
did.
He
He
came up
did-
before Cav. Or
he
no,
came-
Cav came up
Cap
before
came
him.
up for him.
Did he? No.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because
no
Vlad
way.
hurt his
Yeah, he
hand in 20.
No,
or
Bo hurt his hand.
No, Vlad hurt his hand.
They
the
just said it
first
the
week
other
of that
day.
season.
I gotta look this up now.
Like in the first
Oh,
2 or 3
They
games of the
both
season.
hurt their hands.
No. Bo's was later and that delayed his, but
Hmm.
Vladdy's was right after they sent him down. I remember him getting injured.
Hmm.
And that's why his was delayed longer than.
You got me googling this now. Hold up.
I don't even remember. When
Kevin
anyone-
Biggio's debut was May 24th.
So that was definitely before Vlad.
No, because I feel like
Because
Vlad
Vlad's was
one of those
around
guys-
this. Vlad was like the end of June because
No,
his
no,
first
no, no,
career
no, no,
homer
no.
was fucking in San Fran.
No way. Because I feel like Vlad was one of those guys that they did service time manipulation with and then brought
It
him up right
was
away.
when
No, not 2019. Splits game once.
the NBA playoffs was finishing.
That's June.
Or no, it was mid NBA playoffs.
Vlad made his MLB debut April 26th
Oh, really?
against Oakland.
He still had a hand injury.
Because let's see.
Anyways, can we
April? Either way.
April 26th.
We need to get back on the podcast and stop just doing
Reminiscing.
this.
I
There's
mean,
just
hey,
nothing to talk
longest
about.
tenured Blue Jay, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Like,
That's fucked.
it's
Okay.
gonna be a very boring couple weeks, especially if like minimal shit happens for the Jays at the trade deadline.
There's no good news left to be had.
I think there is.
Is there?
The deadline update,
I
where
think
it's just
you
like
could trade Chris Bassett or Yusei Kikuchi and bring back
something.
Jordan Walker. St. Louis needs a starter. And I would love Jordan
Hmm?
Walker. on this team.
And St. Louis loves old starters.
They
Well,
do
they're
love
trying-
old men.
They're trying to get rid of Walker too. They said they're shopping him. They need pitching.
Because
I guess
you
we
can-
can call that good news.
yeah, you know what happened with Jordan Walker? They had to
Hmm.
make him an outfielder
Mm-hmm.
when he came up as a corner infielder his entire career.
Yeah.
Like
You know where he could play for us?
corner
Literally
infield,
anywhere.
like corner infield. Like
What is Jordan Walker like any good this year?
I don't think
No,
so.
he hasn't been good in the minors either.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
He had like 15 to 20 bombs last
Yeah,
year.
he was
though.
good
Like,
in his
he was-
rookie.
15 last year, and
He's
they're still at a negative 0.5 WAR.
Well, his
Yeah, it was all
negative because
defensive.
that was all defensive. He was literally like one of the worst outfielders in baseball last year,
Lovely. Well, that we don't have to worry about that because we have the best one. So
and one that's still very
do I-
serviceable despite his age.
What else have we talked about? Barger got sent down.
Barger got sent
Good
down
riddance.
when Turner came up,
Ricky and Mako are both hurt.
and Carlos Fablis.
in other news, water
Yeah, but
wet.
Carlos Fablis is powering through it.
That was the funniest thing today. They put up a graphic of injuries for the Jays in the last 24 hours. Bo, Varsho, Tiedemann, Mako, Fablis.
What happened to Fabulous? I heard it, but I didn't
he
see
twisted. He like tweaked his knee or
He felt
something.
something pop in his knee mid-game last night, so they pulled him. And they tweeted out, in case you're wondering why Gil Kim's at first base and Mark Budzinski's at third.
Bro, and
Carlos
then,
Fablis said felt something pop.
and then John
And then
Schneider
today
after
they're
the
like, he
game.
wanted to be out there for the boys, but his mobility is definitely going to be compromised.
Bro,
And as a third base coach that's as animated as he is, this could be a problem.
I think John Schneider.
Thank you,
last-
Arden Zwelling, for not laughing through that entire recap.
Bro, it was funny because John Schneider last night, like in a quote, was like, the club is calling it a tweaked knee. Like, why is the club calling it a tweaked knee? Just It's Carlos fucking
We're doing
Faithless.
like press releases for Carlos Faithless now. That's fantastic.
We're
Jordan Walker
doing mid-game
stinks.
reports.
We're doing mid-game reports on Carlos Faithless.
Jordan Walker
Like-
stinks, guys.
Jordan Walker's
Yeah, I
really
told you
bad
that.
this year, but
He's got 4 homers in 55 games in AAA.
He's also like 22, 21.
He is 4.5
22.
years younger
He's
than
an
the
02.
average age there.
yeah, he's still
There's
young.
definitely something there. You can maybe turn it back into something.
He's not an outfielder. Imagine how
not.
much his confidence got shot.
Oh, for sure. That
Um,
that's like saying, "Hey, Bo Bichette, we know you're in your rookie year. Go play center field."
Yeah,
And, like,
So
I'm
let's
not high on this.
are we done on the Jays here? So I got one last thing.
just
You
shout
kind of
out.
blew through the Ricky Tiedemann thing, and
Yeah, it's.
that's fucking brutal.
I called him
He's
the Royce
hurt.
Lewis
It's
of pitchers for a
forearm
goddamn
tightness,
reason.
right?
It's
What's-
forearm, yeah, it's some forearm shit. I called him, yeah, I called him the Royce Lewis of pitchers for a reason because like the day that we see him pitch in the majors, like it'll be a Christmas miracle at this point. Like,
Yep.
it's just- ah,
What do you want to say, Nate?
I say this will be on the opening day roster next year.
Let's take this in a different direction here. I
Okay.
mentioned it briefly in the group chat earlier, but MLB draft is Sunday, I believe.
Sunday, yes, and
Our first round pick is what, like 20?
I can pull it
22?
up. I think it's actually like 19.
That's basically the same thing.
Well, at that point,
If
yeah.
if you are the Jays, what is the like profile of a hitter or what the profile of a player you're aiming for? Like age, position, strengths.
I'm saying just first off, I don't want a hit. I don't want a bat to ball guy anymore. We've done that for the last 5 years. It feels like,
I want someone that just shits on baseballs.
which is
Is
like
that too much to ask?
last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. We got Arjun Amala. Granted, Arjun Amala's been really good. Chase Davis was right there.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Chase Davis with all my heart
Mm-hmm.
because he was just Carlos Gonzalez. Like,
Yeah,
but honestly, yeah. No, I'm no
I
high school
don't-
arms. No, I'm sick of high school arms in the first round.
Yeah.
Don't know.
kind of sick of high school players, for being honest.
Yeah, especially like if you're going outfield, get a college outfielder.
Mm-hmm. We
Like-
haven't hit on a what the fuck was our list? We haven't hit. We
went
hit
over
on one
Alec
since
Manoa was
2013,
no,
whatever
it
it was.
2017. I think it was like
Hey,
2016. Yes,
We have pick 20.
we've picked 20. Okay, I was one off. But a name that someone, I think it
Can
was,
we just get someone that's gonna succeed?
I think a name that like someone brought up, or I think it was Scott Mitchell for like the Jays was Vance Honeycutt from North Carolina.
Is she related to the other Honeycutt, the pitching coach?
I don't know much about him, but I've heard them name Tommy White, I think, in
Oh,
the
Tommy
past
Tanks?
2 drafts. It's a third baseman that hits nukes.
Tommy Tanks is for a reason.
I just want
So,
someone that looks like
I've
they're
ac-
gonna be MLB ready.
So
I've actually
Vance-
thought about this. I
yeah.
think our pitching is good enough. You're not drafting a relief pitcher in the first round of the draft unless it's like a Garrett Crochet or somebody that's going to come up like
Ben
that.
Joyce, or actually Ben
Yeah.
Joyce dropped too, didn't he?
For me, you need a hitter, and like you guys said, you can't afford the high school kid right now.
Yeah,
I think you got to get a either corner outfield or third base, first base type that's gonna have some pop. I don't know if Tommy Tanks is it, but
No, I'm with you.
that's one of the names I've heard a bunch the past 2 years, I believe.
Mhm.
I think I don't care whether he's left-handed or right-handed, get someone that hits bombs.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know anybody in the draft.
Yeah,
But-
I watch some college. Like I don't watch college. I just look
I
at
don't watch
highlights. So I obviously know like
I know the top
Caglione,
handful.
Condon, like
Burns.
Burns, but Vance Honeycutt, the guy that was brought up by Scott Mitchell, he's he's 6'3", 205 outfielder. This year at North Carolina, he in 62 games he went 318. He had an on base percentage of 410, a slugging of 714, 28 home runs, 70 RBI. So I wouldn't mind it, and he's 21.
Not Rick Honeycutt.
That's the other thing. I'm going like college guy, not JUCO, not high school. I'm going
Yeah, like a 20. You
I'm
need a
going a
21.
true senior, I think.
Do
Like
21, 22. Like,
Give me someone that's playing next year.
I want to find
Okay.
Nolan Shanwell.
I'm not going
Yes.
that far as like playing next year. I'm saying
No,
I'm going that
do.
far.
In a-
I think
I'm
think you
going
can
that
find
far.
those. No, I think you can
You
find
can
those
find
guys.
those
You can
guys.
find your Nolan Shanwell. Who
You
was the
can
other
find
guy
your
that
Paul
drafted
Skeens.
up in a year?
Zach Neto,
Neto.
Yeah.
also on the Angels, but like,
Well, we're pretty close to being the Angels, if we're being honest.
you don't believe that. You
don't
don't
not
the
believe
words
it.
that you just said. Actually, MLB mock draft. Let's look at what.
We have more pitching than the
Let's
Angels.
look at what
but we're not.
MLB pipeline has.
If they go an arm, I'm going to lose my mind because all of our
seriously.
top pitching prospects seem like they're arms.
If it's a high, especially if it's a high school arm, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I will also lose my mind if it is a hit tool first stick.
I think we should
Okay.
just prepare to lose our minds because
So-
I think we know exactly what they're doing.
MLB.com's Jonathan Mayo has the Blue Jays taking Ryan Waldschmidt. He's an outfielder from Kentucky.
Waldschmidt.
I also feel like most of our prospect capital is infielders.
Oh
so
god, yeah, it's all
outfielder
infielders.
Probably makes the most sense.
I think the best outfielder we have is Manuel Bonilla, and he's like 18, 19, and he's still in like A
Who
ball.
was the guy that came up?
Who was the guy that just hit a
Just
shit ton of
recently.
homers?
Gabriel Cancel,
That's the guy I'm thinking of.
27.
Sure. Call him up.
Isn't Baroa?
Stewart.
Stuart Burrow,
Can't
yeah.
hit.
Back on that Cancel guy though, like his numbers in AAA are nuts. I think you said that was straight out of independent ball, Connor.
He got signed out of
Obviously-
independent ball. So
Obviously, that's like independent ball's changed in the past few years with the minors being, teams being reduced and everything. So like independent ball's obviously got better.
Mm.
So those guys looking for someone to play, but this guy's obviously got some pop. Like
mhm.
we've agreed Turner's going to be gone. Bring this guy up. Spencer's playing fine at 2. Bring this guy up. DH him. Throw
This
him
guy
in
can't
corner
play
outfield,
like a
whatever.
defense. That's kind of what
I
I've
don't know,
heard.
man. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. But he's been a stick. See
Yeah.
what you got for the rest of the year.
Sure. Why not?
There's
Give,
crazier things about
bring
him.
him up. Bring Damiano up. Who else is down there? Who's they have another guy that's hitting the shit out of the ball.
Will Robertson?
No,
No, but Addison Barger.
no, not that guy. Keep that guy down.
You Addison Barger
Don't know
is
why
like
I hate him so
an
much.
Oriole. He should just be an Oriole for you.
Yes.
he
He looks like an Oriole. Maybe that's what it is.
really does. He looks.
No, he doesn't. None of them have
He
dark
looks like
hair.
an Oriole. Does he have dark hair? I don't even. He's got the long
Yes.
hair. It's enough.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking this up. Who is
I think it's
Riley Terrata. That's who. it
Riley
was.
Terrata? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been
Bring him up.
mashing.
Sure. Why not? We're trading everyone anyways. Very excited to see what's his name? Brian Servin get an extended run here from August onwards. That's gonna be so fun.
He's probably gonna have to play 2 to 3 times a week. So
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
they're also
yeah.
I don't know who wrote the article, but they're talking up Phil Clark quite a bit, saying that like he's very much a bat first guy, but could be a good get a pair with Kirk.
Okay.
Based on Kirk's defensive metrics.
He's a 98, but he looks like he's an 88.
Yeah, but he's tearing the cover off the ball.
Perfect. Let's trade Kirk.
side note.
This is
Yeah,
gonna be a
man.
horrible 2 weeks, gentlemen.
Oh god, dude. Even
I don't think so.
It's
we
gonna be
done-
horrible.
are we done with the Jays? Because I was gonna segue, but
Yeah. May not be a horrible 2 weeks, Nate. It's gonna be a horrible everything post those 2 weeks, I think.
yeah.
No, I don't think so, because I think you're seeing guys like I can't even remember the fucking shortstop's name. Played
Jimenez.
today.
Jimenez.
Yeah, Jimenez.
I fucking love him.
Well, we've already emptied the top
Horowitz.
half.
Yeah, that's fine. But now you're gonna see more run for these guys. You're gonna see Jimenez playing every day. You're gonna see Horowitz playing.
We are
every day
already
against
seeing
lefties.
Jimenez is playing out of necessity because like
Yeah. Uh-huh.
right now, as opposed to
Spencer's been playing pretty much every day.
There's a chance you see a Will Robertson or a
Maybe.
Tabata or a Cancel.
I'm a little less concerned about the lineup, but if you're trading Bassett, Kikuchi, and if you
I don't
dabble
know if
in,
you're trading Bassett.
I think Kikuchi is the easiest to go.
okay,
If someone blows you away for the other ones, sure. They're
if you
making
trade
a run
two
at it next
starters,
year.
if you find a way to trade 2 starting pitchers, the
Bowden
depth
Francis
falls
is
off
back in
the face of
starting
the
rot-
earth.
Bowden Francis is back in the starting rotation.
And he's probably our 3 guy. because I think
Espino
eventually
season,
Yariel's going to get shut down.
maybe.
Espino season.
Espino's hurt, I think, isn't he? Oh no, he's back. He's back. Okay, he was hurt the
Dude,
last time we did this.
If Brant, these next 2 months could be great if we get Paolo Espino season.
That's
We start and end.
Paolo
this
Espino
year-
might be our third starter by September.
We start and end this year with Paolo Espino season. Like
This is terrible. You can't look at this and tell me this isn't gonna suck.
oh, it's gonna be terrible to watch.
This is gonna be awful.
But like I'm used to watching terrible baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll bring up Yeri
Oh god.
and
Hey.
Sanchez.
Also-
Let's hear about some terrible baseball.
Yeah.
Speaking of terrible baseball, Connor, tell me about the White Sox.
Sox watch, baby. We're
They
doing
gotten
things.
better?
No, they're still 5 games back of second last in the. But
Have they gotten any closer to being better than the Guardians?
Have they gained any ground
mathematically- can
on
they
one of the best teams in
mathematically do it?
gotta look at this.
Probably not. They can't reach 100. Oh,
Yeah,
what are they at now? 27? Okay,
27
they can
and-
definitely
27 and 68.
mathematically they've got to have like 80 games. Let's just say 70 games left.
Mathematically, they are 31 games back of the Guardians. So mathematically, they could do it,
Right on.
but
Realistically, it's all
no. But we did.
Big
The
fat
White
no.
Sox did something for the first time in over 100 years.
They won a
Yesterday.
game. They won 2 in a row.
A White Sox threw an immaculate inning.
Oh, who was it? Crochet.
Michael Kopech.
Oh, that makes sense.
Is he the reliever?
He's the reliever.
He's the reliever.
Crochet's
He's-
the starter
He's the closer.
this year,
al-
at least.
Also,
For now.
me and my friend were looking at this. Michael Kopech, he has been in the bullpen the entire year.
Huh?
He is somehow, it's half a year. He's somehow 2-8
In the bullpen.
in the bullpen in half a season.
Holy fuck!
Like,
What?
That's an active reliever.
Also, where do you have White Sox friends?
oh no, I don't. First off,
Like, no, I'm saying, where do you have White Sox fans in friends in Toronto?
what makes you say? What makes you think they're in Toronto?
What makes you
I
think
don't know,
they're a
you
White
said-
Sox fan?
You said you and your friends were.
Also,
looking at
yeah,
them,
what
so
makes
I'm
you?
picturing-
What makes you think they're White Sox fans?
Why
We
else
all
are you looking
love
at
to
White
share
Sox
the pain
stats?
of Connor. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
No,
Drink
he
it
just
in,
forces us.
man. Hey, we could do a Phillies watch,
2-8
but
is
they're
crazy.
it's not
Can-
as
They're the
fun.
best team in baseball.
They're the
Can
best
we
team in
do
baseball, so
a?
it's not
Can we
fun.
do a Connor's favorite teams watch?
The Rangers also stink.
They're
but
trying
hey-
to sell.
Hey, they're only 6.5 back of the division, considering how much.
Are
we
they
suck.
actually?
Yeah,
Are they not also like 7 out of a playoff spot?
they're
Connor.
6.5 games back of the division and 7 out of the wild card.
That's a joke.
Connor.
Yes.
The fuck?
Are you gonna ask what teams I have now?
Yeah. Who's your fourth team? 'Cause you
Who's
added
the
one this
Dodgers?
year.
It was the Dodgers.
No, you added one before that.
No, it was
No,
the.
it became the Dodgers.
It
Oh,
became
there
the
was one
Dodgers.
early in the year.
I think if we're being technical, a team that I
I
had,
think you said Cincinnati.
I had because I had Ellie in the I had Ellie winning MVP, and I had the Reds making the World
Yeah.
Series.
Your teams are doing great.
Hey, okay, credit to the Reds. They're 3 games out of the wild card. Like,
In an NL that sucks.
yeah, but that's still 3 games out. Yeah, and the Rangers, like I said, they're closer to the division than they are the wild card.
That just makes no sense.
In a division that sucks.
In a
Their
division
division
that
is
sucks.
ass. Pure ass.
The Mariners, like,
The Mariners are awful.
they have an 11.
They're
a plus,
awful.
They're
We
plus
beat
11.
them.
They're plus 11 in run differential.
We're minus 400 and we beat them.
Minus 55. We're actually not
We're
the lowest
so
run differential
bad.
in the division. It's
The Rays are worse. Wow.
the Rays are minus 66.
The White Sox look.
Oh, that's
really good.
changed recently because we've been scoring a lot of runs.
Yeah. We
I
were
actually
like
didn't-
minus 70 something.
I
I
actually
think.
didn't look at the White Sox.
Very good.
What are
Very
they?
good.
They're not the worst.
Take a guess, Nate.
Minus 123.
You're
Oh, keep
not
going,
high
keep
enough.
going. Keep going.
Minus 175.
Too high.
Too high.
Minus 148.
Minus 165.
And they're not the worst in the league.
Are they not?
It is the Colorado Rockies at 167.
Wow.
But they're They're 6 games better.
That's incredible.
Oh man. But yeah,
Love baseball.
love
Alright.
baseball.
Enough of the
Couple
bottom
quick
feeders.
couple quick injuries. Tyler Glasnow, back issues on the IL. So the
That
Dodgers,
could be,
the Dodgers
that
IL
easily could be just like a phantom. We need him to sit for a little bit because
Yeah.
he's never thrown this much. And we have no other healthy starters.
They're throwing out Landon Knack, Gavin
He's been
Stone,
good though,
who
hasn't he?
Yeah, Knack's been good. Stone's been really good.
Been good. I think he's had a tough couple outings recently, but
Yeah, Stone's been good. Bobby Miller just got demoted because he's been awful.
Oh, good.
Walker Buehler is on the IL again. Like,
isn't Yoshi on the IL too?
she's on the IL. Literally, their
Paxton
IL
has like an 8 ERA
Yeah,
since
the IL
Isn't
for
he
the
also-
Dodgers right now is Glasnow, Mookie, who's Yamo.
they have the
Muncy.
best pitching staff in
Turn-
baseball
no,
on
Turner,
the IL.
Muncy, so it's
Oh yeah, on like Jason Hayward, like
Kershaw, May, Bueller,
Gonsolin.
Gonsolin.
it's everybody, dude.
They're nasty.
Isn't Emmett Sheehan on the IL too?
Yep.
It's so fucked.
Yes. The next one ongoing, they got hurt. Bellinger.
Yeah,
He was hit by a pitch, right?
he was hit by a pitch by you'll never guess what team who has recently become like the villains of hitting people in the hands.
The Yankees.
No,
Orioles?
The Orioles.
The Yankees hit a lot of guys, but the Orioles have now done this like 3 times.
In like the last week and a half.
Yeah, this
And
is
it's the best-
becoming.
and it's typically the best players too. On
This
the
is
team.
becoming a problem very quickly. I wanted to talk about this last week, but I forgot to bring it up. We've had what 7 of the game's top 60, maybe less, go down in the last 3 weeks with
the
hand or arm related injuries from hit by pitches.
Okay, I don't know who the 7 are, but please tell me Bellinger isn't 7 of the top 60 players in the league right now. Like,
Yeah,
not one of them. Because
You're not
he's
putting him
terrible.
It's not great.
maybe
right
this
now.
year, but like, fine. Even if you
He's
don't
had
want to
one
include
good
Belly,
year
like
in his last like 5, bro.
E-
That deal is gonna be so
either way,
bad.
he's putting up numbers to be good
now we
enough.
can't even
Regardless,
trade him.
whatever
He's
you
not
want to,
gonna
whatever you
opt
want to
out.
call it. We're still looking at Belly, who's still should be the best player on his team. Vladdy got hit, Mookie got hit, Corey Seager got hit. There was a couple more there.
Someone on the Yankees got hit too. I
Mhm.
think it was Judge.
Judge
but,
got hit. Like, at some point, you got to come up with something to combat this, but I don't know what that is.
Pre-tack baseballs that pitchers can hold on to.
Sure.
yeah, just
Give
do
me
what-
Spider Tack back.
Do what Korea. I
No,
think
just
it's,
do pre-tack.
I think it's Korea. They do like a pre-tacked ball. Like
Yeah.
So
What else can you do? You can't limit pitchers pitching inside because then you'll have hitters hanging over the plate for
Mhm.
middle away pitches. Like, you just can't do that. Like,
I was thinking more on
guys
like the
could go up with
protection side of
hockey
things, but
gloves
I
if they
don't know what
want.
else you could do there.
What can you do?
it's the amount
I don't
of
know.
they have the hands.
They've talked about
Like-
Jano not wearing batting gloves and not protecting his hands
Mm-hmm.
before he started putting this hand thing on. I've heard that argument that what do batting gloves do? No protection.
No.
Yeah, it's just like you could grip, I guess. Even like
Yeah, it's leather grip for the
Yeah.
bat, but it is not
it's
giving you
leather.
any
It's
protection.
leather pine tar essentially. Like,
Yeah.
It's not giving you any protection.
No.
And I've heard people say that. It makes no sense to me.
I just don't know how that. I don't know how to combat it, but it seems like this year more than any, it's been like a lot of hand and wrist and arm injuries from like big names getting hit by pitches, and I don't know. I don't know how you fix it, but it's not great watching some of the game's biggest names not play because they got hit by a pitch in the fucking arm.
It's nothing you can do.
now we can go to the all. You want to end with All Star, or do you want to end with the not so fun?
Let's talk about
Where in the
Wander Franco.
world is Wander Franco?
Yeah, because we finally got an update on the Wander Franco situation, which feels like it's been going on forever.
Given?
And it's like so.
I feel like this was a collision course that was supposed to happen for the last, was it 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, and it just never
No,
happened.
the date was the 5th for them to charge him, 5th or 6th.
Yeah. So,
So they
Wander
couldn't charge him
Franco.
before that.
Yeah. So,
Well, that was the last date they could have. It was the last date they
Yeah.
could.
so Wander Franco has finally been charged with. Yeah, I don't really know if I should say it. Abuse and then exploitation against a minor of the not obviously. I was going to say not the fun variety, but like there's no
None
fun
of them
variety.
are very fun.
None of them are very fun.
Did- I saw on Twitter there's
Yeah.
rumors of him being charged with trafficking.
Yes, and update through a press release, Dominican authorities indicate that in addition to the crimes of blank abuse and blank exploitation against the minor, Wander Franco is being accused of human trafficking.
Huh.
The crime has penalties up to 20 years in prison. So at this rate, when Wander Franco gets out, he'll be as old as Justin Turner.
Technically, could be as minimal as taking a female who's underage across state lines against her will. I think
Yes,
if that was
Probably
like
what it is.
isn't the girl originally like a girlfriend of his or something that was considerably younger? Like it could have been
14.
him taking her across like a Mexican state line
Sure.
or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And
I'm sure it. Well,
And
I
it
it
don't
could
wanna
be
say I'm
something
sure.
as simple as that. I'm saying,
Yeah,
it also didn't
I-
help. Did you guys see the image that he put up on his Instagram a couple days ago?
the day before he got charged.
The day before he
Yeah.
got charged.
Yeah.
it's good PR. I date women my own age now.
See, guys,
I-
she's able to drink.
Yeah, it's just bad. Good riddance.
Dude, he threw away
Oh.
like
I sent it to you guys. I think it was last night.
Mhm.
Today.
Mhm.
Bob Nightingale, I think, tweeted it that he will now stop getting paid.
Yeah.
yeah.
So he was getting paid
He was getting paid however
Like,
much
because the team put him on leave. I guess that makes sense.
The
It's like
team-
the league didn't.
the league didn't.
I guess because Bauer didn't get paid for his.
Because I think the league put him on.
Did the league? I thought the Dodgers did that.
No,
I-
the league did because the league kept
I think
extending
both
it.
happened.
Interesting.
Anyway, the fact that he's been getting paid is
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Huh. Whatever.
Sorry,
We're-
I just typed in Wander Franco on Twitter, and the first thing, and one of the first things that pops up is the Rays announcement that says inked Wander Franco is going to be with us for a long time.
Oof.
Fucking oof.
Oof.
Oof, man.
Yeah, that's not a good one. Let's
Wander
get off
Franco,
of Wander
Why
welcome-
don't we transition
talk.
right into the Derby to another shitbag?
Yep.
Yeah, shitbag central. So we got the what we only had 3 or 4 people the last time we recorded in the Derby.
We had one.
We had
We had Bohm.
Two, technically.
we had
And-
Bohm and
No, we
Gunner.
didn't have Bohm yet. I think we just had Gunner.
No, we had
we-
Bohm.
Pete had said if he was an all-star, he would do
Yeah.
it.
So since then we got Bobby Witt Jr., Jose Ramirez, Adolis Garcia, Teoscar Hernandez, and Ozuna from the Braves.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah,
You really
um,
want to
Derek
get
put
it.
Carrabis,
players on a higher
Derek-
pedestal.
Yeah, Carrabis said it best. How many people declined before
The
you
I
whole
get
guys
it,
was-
he's
fucking
having a
league
good
would've had
season,
to,
but
man.
how are you putting him on the stage? They talked about on Baseball is Dead in that same conversation, saying like the World Series and like individual stats, that's one thing, like
Mhm.
that you don't really have
But
control over that. This is your event, and you are putting him on your biggest
hand
stage.
picking him, and you're literally putting him on a pedestal.
Yep.
Like
I would assume Bryce declined.
I'm gonna assume Bryce declined,
He's been injured.
Judge declined, Otani
Vladdy.
declined, Vlad declined.
Dodo declined.
Yeah.
Dude,
Kyle
might
Schwarber
not even
declined.
watch.
Like it's
Ellie declined.
like the amount of people that
O'Neal Cruz declined.
I kind of wish it's obviously gonna be like we're never gonna get it, but I wish we know who declined.
I would
like-
love to know. Like,
I wish that I don't know how you do it,
Mhm.
but I wish that it was all the teams in the division had to vote, and there was one representative from each division, and then 2 wild cards from each league, and that was how you got your rate. And you couldn't just decline. Like if the AL East voted for Judge, like all the players and teams get a fucking thing. Judge goes.
It's
and
tough
make it
because a
like
lot of guys
worthwhile.
it fucks up the rest of their year. I
But
think.
let's be honest here. How many of these 8 guys do you genuinely think should be in a derby?
So I just pulled up the list of
Adolis
home run
Adol-
and
leaders.
Pedro.
And yeah, because Jose Ramirez doesn't scream derby to
I
me.
think he's done it before though.
He's done it before, but that still doesn't scream derby to me. Alec Boehm has 50 career home runs in like 8 seasons.
Let me put a little bit of defense to a couple of these guys. Gunnar Henderson is currently 3rd in the league in homers.
Okay, yeah, he's
Sure. He
Ramirez
doesn't do
is
it for
5th.
me though. Does he do it for you?
Not really. I
It's-
don't know.
I think-
like I also
think in
don't
the
see these guys
case-
take BP every day, and I think that's way more important than whatever the hell we're watching on the field.
I think in the case of Bobby Witt and Gunnar Henderson, it's just get these new
Bobby
stars.
Witt makes no sense.
Get these new. I think I like it doesn't even make
Yeah,
sense.
Bob.
Homers, why? It's just get these
but
get these young guys that we want to build our league around on national television.
so
Like
in terms of league leaders in home runs, we have number 3, number 4, number 5, and then we don't go until number 12, number 16, number 20. I don't know how far I got to go to get to Boehm and
Boehm has
He's
like
got
5.
10.
He's got like 10.
do you know what Witt has off? Bobby Witt is 35th.
The fact that we have to get like you got down to like number 17 and like your 5th name.
I
is a-
think
is a
I
problem.
think Teo's cool. I don't think he does it for me.
I've heard he crushes batting practice.
As a baseball fan, but seeing the amount of power he has in Toronto,
Yeah, he
like seeing him in
Yeah.
BP the odd time or whatever. And
He's not a
just
star name, but I
knowing-
know what he can do.
yeah, Adolis Garcia. Star name has been shit this year, and it's in Texas, so that helps.
And
like,
you know what he can do.
yes, his nickname is literally the bomb. Like,
Yeah.
So,
I can
I-
see him shitting the bed.
oh yeah,
He did last year, didn't he?
he
Yeah.
wasn't great last year. I think he lost to Luis Robert in the first round or Rosarena, one of the two.
Someone that he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
He lost to Randy.
Yeah, he lost to Randy in the first round. Like,
You sure Boehm has 10? I can't find him. I might have missed him, but I can't find him.
Alec Boehm.
Oh, there he is. 84th.
Is he an all-star?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the starting
Yeah,
third
he's
baseman, and I guess we
He's
can
fan voted in.
we could transition into that now.
Mhm.
He could be another guy. Like he's a big dude. Maybe he's just going for contact and shit. Maybe he's got BP pop.
I think he's Mr. Doubles.
You know who
He's
has
a big doubles guy.
the
Like,
same amount of home runs as Boehm this year?
Vlad Jr. or Dalton Varsho.
No, both of them. Varsho has less. Vlad, I think, has more. JJ Bleday,
JJ
Jazz-
Bleday, baby.
Jazz Chisholm, Kyle Higashioka,
Former future Blue Jay just
Sedane Rafaela.
What?
Yep.
No. When was
it was a joke. It was a joke, Nate. Don't take it seriously.
What did you say?
I
So
said
he was
former.
never-
I said
was
future,
never-
former, future Blue Jay.
He was never tied to the.
Oh,
I'm so confused.
He was-
never
he
tied
was-
to the Jays.
he was 2 years ago, I think.
It was like,
Last
yeah, it
year?
was like,
Well,
maybe.
thank fuck we didn't do that.
Oh god, no, that was great. Great decision.
Andrew Vaughn, Matt Vientos. Is Matt Vientos even in the fucking league right now?
Mark
yeah.
Vientos, yeah, he's.
Or Mark
great.
Vientos? Sorry, I thought it was Matt.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's wrong person.
And that's it. There's a bunch of other names that actually
Yes.
make sense as home run guys, but those are the names. Phenomenal. This makes no fucking sense to me. What a stupid derby. This might be one of the worst derby lineups we've had in my life.
Ever.
Can we all agree that you guys probably can't even remember it? 2021 probably had the best lineup.
21 was Vlad's win.
No, that was
Bryce's win.
the year after Vlad. Home run derby.
Pete is Pete.
That was Pete, Soto, Otani.
Bryce.
Like,
Not Bryce.
Judge. I've lost interest.
I lied. The more I'm looking at, I just remembered 3 people. I lied. It was Shohei Juan Soto, Sal Perez, Pete Alonso, Matt
Sal's sick.
Olson, Trey Mancini, Joey Gallo, and Trevor Story.
Sal would win this derby.
That was the year Sal had 50.
Yeah,
Or
that
whatever,
was
did the same
Sal's
as
year
Vlad.
that he tied with Vlad.
Salvador Perez would win this derby, and he's like the 5th best name in that fucking list.
29. I
So
don't remember.
fucking
Vlad was
stupid.
19. Let me see who was in that one.
It's like the coolest skills event there is, and they just butchered it this year.
19 was 19 actually kind of I like. Matt number 1 seed Matt Chapman
Naturally.
lost to number 8 seed Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Huh. That was
Alex
the one
Breg.
that Vladdy just went on a hell of a run.
Yeah,
right?
that was the one where he lost to Pete in the final round. Alex Bregman and Jock Peterson, Josh Bell, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Pete Alonso, Carlos Santana.
way better.
Way better.
Way better.
Like
The reserves are an interesting talking.
yes. Now just quickly, we have 3 injury replacements.
Okay.
Already. Hunter Green is going to replace Tyler Glasnow.
Okay.
Jose Altuve is bowing out again for the 3rd year in a row for no reason other than just to be like, no. So Willie Castro is going to the All-Star game, and that means now Marcus Semien will be starting at second base with his 670 OPS.
235 average.
With his 670 OPS. And the replacement for Kyle Tucker is well-deserved Anthony Santander. So
Yeah, that's fair.
like, but other than that,
Clay Holmes is the worst All-Star pick of the year.
With a strong 3.5 ERA at the All-Star game.
He honestly isn't.
You don't think he's the worst?
Oh, okay.
No.
Minus the mandatory need a team thing.
I don't even that.
Who
This
do you
guy
think's worse than
mandatory
that?
needs a team, but he's the 4th best player on his team at best. Pete.
Oh, Pete, yeah.
Pete doesn't deserve it at all. Christian Walker's been way better.
Christian Walker's been way better. Lindor deserves to be there.
Yeah, you're right.
Nimmo's been way better.
Nimmo's been way better.
I think there's somebody else. Like Pete doesn't deserve to go. They just want him in the derby. That's
Mhm.
worse than Clay Holmes.
Yeah. I would actually agree with you on that now. Because
I can name 6 relievers off the top of my head that are probably better.
than Clay Holmes?
Yeah.
For sure. Chad, you can fucking say Chad Green.
Chad Green,
I bet
Jimmy
you
Garcia,
I bet I could name you 10 players
Craig
off the top of
Kimbrell,
my head, but I couldn't even tell you
Kenley
who the
Jansen.
All-Stars are.
Kenley
But
Jansen.
there's at least 10 guys better than Pete Alonso that could have gone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's the mandatory Met, so I'm saying he's the 3rd best player on his
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, I don't know. That's...
Devers. Okay. Also, another replacement. Devers is out, and it's Jordan Westberg in. So
Why is Devers out?
I think he just
Doesn't want to play.
I think it's the same thing as Altuve, but Altuve's done it fucking 3 years in a row. The piece of shit.
I wouldn't go if I was Altuve either, though.
Man, it's
Dude,
been
such
how
a
many
miserable
years?
time. I don't care. It's still gonna keep happening.
Like, clearly it's not stopping Carlos Correa or Alex Bregman or Jordan Alvarez.
Yeah, because
like,
Correa's a piece of shit.
it's not stopping any of them.
So is Bregman.
Like, but yeah, like the AL, I don't have many complaints with, other than I actually think that
Clay Holmes.
Well, other than Clay Holmes, I think Brent Rooker should have been an All-Star over David Fry.
David Fry's been good.
David Fry's been a rig.
Brent
One of
Rooker,
the best teams in
similar.
Pull him.
I think David. Hold up. David
Let me
Fry
pull
is
up
like
this
David
comparison.
Fry is like
Also,
220 at bats.
I'm-
Like
just out of the blue here.
Yes.
I'm not giving a fuck about All-Star games
I'm not either,
until
but like
they get rid or All-Star rosters until they get rid of the mandatory minimum from each
Yeah.
team.
You're right.
mhm.
Like obviously I
Because-
want to see my guy when we suck. I remember that Lyle Overbay year. He was the only Blue Jays All-Star.
Also
I
wasn't
remember that. But
was it
I
2017?
don't care
Michael
about this
Saunders?
until it's the actual All-Star game where it's all the stars and you don't have
Was it
Michael Lorenz in there for
was
the
it
Tigers.
2017 or 2018 where it was Justin Smoke was our lone All-Star?
18.
I think it was 18 where he was like the lone All-Star.
Yeah. Michael Saunders
But-
was ours in 2014.
But looking at like even the NL, we got CJ Abrams deserved, I think, even if he's the one guy.
Mhm.
Pete Alonso, we talked about. Luis Ariz, he's hitting 312, I guess. Mookie, clearly not going to play. I don't know who they're replacing him
I
with
will
yet.
say, I think it was Jay made the case for Lindor over Arias too.
Yeah,
I think
but,
there's a
like, I
pretty
wouldn't
strong
mind that.
case there.
Obviously Mookie, Ellie, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Ryan McMahon, who is the Rockies' lone guy, but he's been pretty good this year.
He deserved it. I think he should have started, but
One that I didn't
Bomb's
actually
been
expect.
raking and has like 75 ribbies.
yeah, McMahon's got like a fucking high 8s OPS on his team that's absolute dog shit playing on
And he's
the
as
only
far
guy on
as-
that line.
So what does his OPS have to do with his team?
What?
That was the
Because
fan
they
vote.
fucking he's because he's the only guy to pitch to that they don't pitch to. He's been crushed. He's been unbelievable on that team.
So that
Yeah.
bumps his
You can't
OPS.
count RBIs on the fucking best team in baseball compared to Ryan McMahon playing on the fucking Rockies. You're not
Bumps
driving
hitting,
in
like,
runs if you're
almost
Ryan
300.
McMahon.
Is he not?
What's
Bones
that?
hitting 292.
Yeah, it's hitting almost 300. He's got what, 10?
11 bombs. He has an 825 OPS, I think. So, and
RBIs do matter.
they do but they can't.
Not on,
They're
not
not
in
a-
isolation.
I
Yeah.
don't care about Bombs RBIs.
Okay. If I told you just off the name that this guy was an all-star, would you believe me? Jackson Merrill.
He's an all-star.
He's an all-star.
He had a good year.
Doesn't make sense.
Like,
Who else on that team is any good?
The Padres. They got Tatis
Oh, it's
and
the
Profar.
Padres. Never mind. I was thinking Jackson. Fucking what's his name?
And
Holiday. It's
and
Ochorio.
fucking what's his nuts? Arise.
Arise. Yeah, and Arise.
So he genuinely made the team then.
I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Merrill's actually been pretty
He's been
good.
fun.
Merrill's been pretty good.
I know he's been an all-star. But I mean, Elliot Ramos is an all-star too, so
Yeah.
Elliot Ramos just cooked us all series.
Yeah,
so-
Elliot Ramos kind of showed me like, you know what? Might have been deserved. And then we got Brian Reynolds and
No.
Will Smith, obviously. But are we on the team of Paul Skeens to start the All-Star game?
Yes.
no.
Yes. Can we talk about Paul Skeens?
I mean,
About his 7 innings of no-hit baseball that they pulled him out of?
That was the
Was
right
that a-
call.
Yeah, he was
I
at
don't-
100 pitches.
I don't care. He was at 98.
Oh my god.
You're telling me you can't get this guy to fucking 115? Come
Man, we're not having this argument about the top pitching
You're
prospect
telling me
that we've
50
seen in 15 years.
17 extra pitches are going to fucking affect his future
Bro,
career?
Brain.
Let this guy run.
you
Bring it.
aren't seriously having this conversation when
Yes.
when they did it already this year and you were totally on board.
Because he was at like 1 something in the 6th. He was at 98 pitches. He didn't even crack 100. Stupid. I hate it. I hate seeing it. You're fucking midseason.
If it was any other player, sure. You're mid-season, sure, but he started throwing 2-3
It's
innings.
just such a lame fucking
He
energy
was
to
throwing
have at this point.
5 when he came to the show in fucking
He was 5
May.
He was 5 and died.
Bro, if it was anyone else, I'm 100% on your side, but not with your generational talent for
I'm
for
keeping him
a
in.
no-hitter.
I'm keeping
Perfect game, sure.
I'm keeping him in for the no-hitter too. Also, did they end up fucking winning that game? Because I know the bullpen came in and immediately blew it.
The Pittsburgh.
You're dying on that hill alone.
I
Yeah.
don't care.
The bullpen didn't blow it. They won 1-0.
They didn't blow it? Okay.
The Brewers ended up with 2 hits.
Yeesh.
Like,
I'm keeping him in because he's the better option than anything they have in their bullpen.
what do you
I mean,
mean?
they got David Bednar.
Colin Holderman, Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, they have David Bednar.
David Bednar has he gotten better? Because last I checked, he was terrible.
He's a above average reliever.
Why did I
That's
sleep
not a
without-
better option.
I was today years old and I found out that
Ben-
Aroldis Chapman's first name is not Aroldis.
Huh?
It's Albertine.
Where the fuck does Aroldis come from then?
It's his middle name. It's
David Bednar has
Albertine.
a 5.17 ERA.
Woo! Love that.
What's Paul
That's-
Skeens' ERA over 100 pitches this year?
Probably not. He's probably thrown
Zero?
thrown like
Oh.
because he's thrown like 10 pitches.
Because you haven't seen that. You don't know if he can do it.
He did it in college many times.
That's college.
That is
Man,
What's the
very different.
difference?
Sorry, he was doing that against Tennessee Chattanooga State of A&M. Like,
He was making fucking Milwaukee look like Tennessee Chattanooga A&M.
You just went like 3 different ways there.
I know those are 3 different schools. I don't know what we were going.
I don't
for.
even think any of them are in the same state.
I think, no, Tennessee and Chattanooga, I think is an actual, I think it's where Terrell Owens went to school.
A&M is Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Tennessee is a school.
Tennessee is a school by itself, and I think Tennessee, I gotta look. this up.
Chattanooga Lookouts is a thing, but I don't think Chattanooga.
Where
is
is
a school.
Chattanooga?
Yeah, Tennessee of Chattanooga is a college
Okay. Where's
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga?
in Tennessee.
Is
in
it?
Southeast Tennessee.
Okay.
Okay.
The things that we have Googled in this episode. Gary Varsho in Tennessee at Chattanooga. But yeah. Any
I'm
other
not
All-Stars?
starting him for the All-Star game because we
He
kind of skipped
pitched-
over that.
He pitched 107 his last outing. I just like to point that out there.
Okay.
Shut up.
I'm not starting him for the All-Star
down your
game.
dumb
I
hill.
think there are more deserving people. While I think it would be the most fun and like bring people in thing, I think that is great to a sense, but I think there's also guys who have earned it and deserve it, and that's like a huge career moment, and I think he will have many more chances at
Also,
that.
yeah.
He's gonna pitch early in this game.
Who in the
Oh, yeah.
NL is gonna want to do it?
Salesman gross.
I don't
If
Uh,
Sale
think.
gets hurt just walking
Wheeler,
down the
also
street.
I think Sale was also on like his schedule. The way it worked was he was going to pitch like right before the All-Star game. So
So he probably won't even play.
yeah,
I think
Wheeler maybe.
Wheeler's been gross. Honestly, I haven't followed the NL too much this year. I think it'd be a cool story. I'm not gonna be mad if he does, but I think there's guys who have put in the work and they did it all year.
Mm-hmm. And Skeens is
Maybe
starting.
Webb or Imanaga.
Yeah, maybe Weber Imanaga. Like,
And I don't think those guys go along with the they've earned it type of thing.
And then the AL, who we fuck it, Mason Miller start their All-Star game.
I think we just do Miller and Skeens. Have some fun.
Just go hum 103.
This game doesn't mean anything anymore, anyways. Fuck it.
We got it doesn't mean much when we got an All-Star starter with a 670 OPS. We got Santiago Espinal starting in the All-Star game, basically.
Santi had a better OPS that year.
Probably, actually.
Santiago Espinal
Platoon guy.
is $170 million less than Marcus Semien, and he's better OPS in the All-Star game. Ah,
Remember when Semien was one of the best in the league last year?
do you remember when he was a top 3 MVP candidate in 2021?
Yeah. 2023. He finished third, did he not?
I think he was. Shit, he was. He finished.
It wasn't
one
like
season.
even years, bro.
Oh, no,
2020
he
he
hates
was
him.
asked. 2022 he was asked.
Yeah.
2024 he's asked.
Yeah, 20 and then 2019 he was a third in MVP voting. 2021 he was the first and third in MVP voting. 2023 he was third in MVP voting. So
Crazy.
fuck, I'm putting money on Marcus Semien MVP next year. Like,
No runner up. He doesn't win it.
You can bet on third place.
Can
You
you
can
bet on
be
third
your
place?
guy.
You
Bet
can bet on-
Semien third place next year.
yeah.
Book it. We
Mhm.
got everything out of the way here.
I believe so. Yes. So next time we pod, it'll be after the All-Star break.
What's the over under on how many Blue Jays are traded before the next podcast?
I think the over/under's
0.5 or 1.5? Where do we set it?
0.5 or 1.5?
It's 0.5.
I think it's
0.5? Are we going over or under?
I'm
Taking
gonna
the
take.
over.
I'm taking the over, and I think it'll be. I think it'll be Kevin Kiermaier is kind of the given.
That's why I say 1.5.
Like, I think it'll be. Fuck it, balls on the table. It's gonna be boba shit.
Yeah, that's not happening. Are we
He wants
picking
that
a
so
derby
bad.
winner here, fellas?
Oh, Derby winner, and I
Pete.
feel like Pete's the easy pick. But
But
I have never taken the easy pick on this podcast, as we've seen with my MVP picks.
Okay, well, shut up because you already said Pete.
No,
I'm taking
no.
Gunner. I'm getting
No.
that out there first.
Give me Teoscar Hernandez.
It's a good one. It's gonna be Pete because that's the easy pick. It's gonna be way worse when Marcelo Zuna wins it, though.
I don't think a country's ever rooted harder against a man
I know.
than Marcelo Zuna in the home run derby.
Do you think he gets booed?
Oh, he better.
I
He
would
fucking-
hope. Where is
I
it?
hope.
Texas? No,
Ah,
never mind. Adolis wins it. That's my fun pick.
okay. So we got Teoscar, Adolis, and Gunner as our picks.
If I'm
Bobby
picking
Witt's
with my
gonna
head,
make
it's
some noise.
All right, and who's gonna be All-Star game?
I
Who's-
just
who-
don't see
who's
that
gonna be-
swing.
No, I
game.
don't care about that. And I'm not taking All-Star
Paul
game
Skeens.
MVP.
Paul
All-Star
Skeens is
game
gonna have
MVP.
6 Ks over 2 innings.
It's gonna be Josh Naylor.
Send me
Off the-
Paul Skeens.
Why is
or
Josh Naylor
Mason
not in
Miller.
this?
Miller.
Yeah. Why is Josh Naylor not in the home run derby?
Why do I have to watch 114-pound Bobby Witt Jr. hit home runs and not Josh Naylor?
You'd rather watch him than Mountcastle than
Or even Ryan Mountcastle.
Witt is the guy you're picking
Or
not.
yes.
Why did I say Mountcastle?
I don't know.
Witt's the guy you're picking out of Baum and Ozuna to rag on.
At least Ozuna hits homers. I don't want him in there either. He's a shit person, but like baseball wise, that
picking
makes sense.
Witt over
Baum,
Baum?
fine. Then over Baum, yes, but I don't want either of them. There's so many better options in both of them. I just hate it. Hate it so much. We'll see you next week.
Bobby Witt makes it to the finals, and you're gonna eat your fucking words.
I doubt it.
This was the triples derby. I'd say yes, but
Not a pure power guy. We'll see you next week. Cheers.
peace.